that Regis student has the privilege of interviewing Ms. Ms Loughran.
Now as an 8th grade teacher, Latin teacher, Ms. Loughran only graduated college last May. So, Ms. Loughran, how long have you been at Windermere Prep for, and what grades have you taught so far?
Well, as you mentioned, I just graduated college last May, and I just started my job here in August.
Very nice.
So I have taught 8th grade here, and then I have a high school class, as some of you know.
Yes.
That has students from 9th grade through 11th grade.
Cool. Okay, so let's just go back in time and pretend it's the first day of school, and you are a very anxious and nervous 6th grader coming into middle school for the first time. How would you, knowing what you know now as a teacher, prepare yourself?
Well, knowing what I know now, I would try to get involved in as many different activities as possible. So I could make new friends, meet people, and I would not be afraid to try new things that I haven't done before, join clubs that might interest me but wouldn't normally have tried. And I would also make good relationships with my teachers so that I could always go for extra help if I needed.
Cool. So, that was just a funsies question. You were once a student about 4 to 5 years ago. What did you find to be the most difficult aspect of student life?
Well, actually, I was a student last year, less than 6 months ago.
Oh, of course.
Or a little over 6 months ago, rather. I found the most difficult aspect of student life was struggling with, I don't know, math.
Mm-hmm.
Math was not a subject I was very strong in. That's why I'm not a math teacher. I'm Latin. So I would always just go for extra help in balancing all my extracurricular activities. I was involved in sports when I was in high school. So I was a member of the varsity volleyball team, captain of the crew team, and the ski team. So yes, up north we have ski teams, but so it was always a challenge trying to balance my studies and my schoolwork if I had trouble with the subject. So it was just a matter of sacrificing my time on the playing field to go get extra help.
Yeah.
So like you said, you got extra help for math. Did you overcome any other difficulties or obstacles?
Well, in college I was nervous because my whole life I had been in the school system with the same 200 kids since kindergarten. So I always knew everyone. And then college was my first experience stepping out into an environment where I didn't know a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nerve-wracking, being in a new environment where you don't know anyone and having to make new friends and join new clubs. But I did exactly what I just suggested. I branched out. I joined a lot of different organizations, from the school bookstore committee to the cheerleading squad, and I made a lot of friends that I still keep in touch with now.
Cool. So, now being a student can be very eventful, right, Shanti?
Yes, very eventful.
So please share a story with us, or stories, about something you went through in elementary school, middle school, high school.
Or maybe even in college. Anything you, as a teacher and a student of the past, think that students can insight from?
Well, like I said, just try new things. Don't be afraid to join clubs or organizations that you wouldn't immediately be like, oh wow, I really want to do this.
Yeah.
Branch out. Or if you want to have an opportunity that isn't necessarily offered through the school, just don't be afraid to spread your wings and use your resources in order to get where you want to go. I studied abroad when I was in college. So in order to study abroad, it wasn't just something that I had to be like, oh yeah, I want to study abroad. I had to write 3 different essays, I had to get recommendations from teachers, professors, work experience. So it's all about, if you want it, go for it. Just, take a chance and you'll never know. It might be life-changing.
Yeah.
So I think you already touched on this, but knowing what you now know as an 8th grade teacher, do you have any word of advice for your 8th grade students?
Things that you think would better prepare them for high school?
For high school, I've noticed some of my high schoolers, they struggle with asking for extra help. Like if they do poorly, they don't immediately say, hey, can I, get some more information on this topic? Can you help me a little bit with this concept? I'm struggling with this. I would say just don't be afraid to ask teachers for help, because we're here for you guys. That's our job, and we enjoy it thoroughly. So any 8th grader, you know, if you're having trouble with any of your subjects, the whole entire 8th grade faculty is here to back you guys up on anything that you might have a problem with.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you so much for taking this time to do the interview, Ms Loughran.
No problem. Happy to help.
Yes, see you
As always.
tomorrow.
In class.
Oh, yes.
In homeroom.
Thank you.